Welcome to the show. We're doing this in the morning today. First time ever. It's fucking me up.
It's 7 a.m. guys.
I cannot wait. So I need a little background, Rob, because you're the one who kind of asked for an early morning. Are you playing poker?
Yeah.
Like what's
That's
going
what
on?
I asked. That's exactly what I asked.
Are you still
No, I just woke up. I'm just trying to wake up early. I was waking up late for a long time because I was like, oh, pandemic. And now that it's like, it's not really a valid thing anymore. So I'm like, I want to wake up early. And I know like, usually we do like 6 o'clock at night, 7. And I was like, I just don't want to be totally useless.
Do you feel like you're useless at night?
No, but I could be by like, by 7. If I've been waking up at like 5 a.m., I could be a little not great. And I just threw it out there. If you guys were like, no, we can't do it, then it would have been fine.
I tell you, I feel slower. I feel like my eyes are heavy.
You're not a morning person.
I am not. Right now is when I would just be like having coffee and like being on the internet, catching up.
You kind of look like
I'm not used to having to activate already.
Your eyes are like the character from Ice Age.
Yeah, that little guy looking for his acorn. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I also feel like that character.
The one that just tries to get the acorn for like ever. That's all he does.
Great. Now I know what the next Heather Fakes It Photoshop is going to be.
Yeah. Heather, please.
Let me give you a good sort of.
And make my kids watching him on the TV because they love that movie.
You're giving me real Ice Age vibes today.
Real Ice Age vibes today. Yeah.
I have this thing. It's like my eyes are shaped like little footballs. And like when I close my eyes, it looks like I have like 2 little eye pussies.
What?
Don't these look like two little pussies?
Oh, you're disgusting.
No, they don't.
No.
Great improv, guys. Bunch of no butts here.
I need to finish this whole thing of coffee.
You guys are stupid. Yeah.
It's forced upon you.
Hmm?
You have you're like, I have to, like it's a green drink.
Like to be alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, I can't.
What time did you get up, Jamie?
So I went to bed last night at 7:30 because a stomach flu. Did I tell you guys a stomach flu took down both my kids last week?
No.
Good.
Like terrible. And you're just like, it's not even like the dealing with the poor things that are sick and like throwing up, but like then the constant laundry and like cleaning of carpet all over Bo's carpet, all over his room, all that shit. So I thought I was okay. And then last night I started to feel a little nauseous and I'm like, oh God, please don't take me down. So I just went to bed at 7:30 and prayed for the best with like a garbage can next to my bed. And I haven't thrown up, but I was knocked out a little bit. So I woke up early, but Jack wakes up at like 6. So, and I still don't have a kitchen. So it's just like the worst. Yeah. And then yesterday there was a windstorm and it knocked over one of my plants. And
what all the fuck soil, is a windstorm, dude?
It was a 10-minute windstorm of like 30-mile-an-hour winds that
There's no wet? There's no water?
No, there was no water.
There's no wetness to this.
There was no rain.
It was just windy.
It was wind, but
and
for
it's
like
not
20
a tornado.
minutes and then it was gone and sunny.
Hold on. It's a storm. There's no wet.
I'm going to show it to you.
There's no tornado.
No.
But it's a windstorm.
Yes.
There's no sand. It's not a sandstorm.
So this was from the special weather department. It said, starting at 3:11 and will end at 4:15. It lasted 20 minutes. Significant weather advisory for winds up to 50 miles an hour. And that's what it was.
Sometimes I learn about shit. You can tell I've lived in California almost my whole life,
Yeah.
Because I hear about a windstorm and I feel like I'm in 3rd grade, Yeah,
like, there's some weather.
What is that? Who made this? Yeah, that's fine. Windstorm, millipedes, torrential downpour.
No kitchen.
Crazy heat. No kitchen. No, it's like
we're going to New York next week. I can't live like this anymore.
You're going just to like.
We booked it. We booked it yesterday. I called my parents. I was like, "Can I come for a week?" I can't.
That
I
sounds
can't.
fun.
I
More
first of all,
closet
I
pod
just-
coming up,
yes.
coming at
More
you for the
closet pod coming
PJ
at ya.
pod panty heads. Yeah.
You're the
It's-
only adult who's like, I can't live like this anymore. I have to move back in with my parents.
Yeah. Well, I want like food. I want to cook. I can't. I don't want to complain anymore, but it's
We need you to complain. That's good pod. We like it.
What you know what I wanted to ask? I feel like Cassim will probably remember this strongly, but do you remember your introduction to the internet? Like when the
AOL.
first AOL. So what?
Yeah.
Somebody just told you like, hey, if you go home,
It was
you could-
AOL Instant Messenger. I was at my friend Tracy's house because I did not have a computer with internet yet. And it was like you got to get lucky to get the dial up. And then we were talking to like grown-ups in chat rooms. I remember we thought we were like so bad.
Grown-ups for sure. They were grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Well, I think mine was the same. It was like I don't know if I was on Instant Messenger at that point, but we were logging into random chat rooms.
Right. Yes.
And just like we thought the idea of just chatting live to like a group of people was like the wildest idea. People you didn't know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's crazy how quickly innocent chatting escalated into like collecting nudes.
Yeah. See,
Like
that
putting
was
them in a
I never
special folder.
got that far. But you know what?
You just trade nudes. Like you think you say that they're yours, but like
Right.
you're just downloading images and sending them to, several times you just trade the same nude between someone else. Like, everyone pretends to be, but I like to think they're all just a bunch of like horny dudes sending nudes to each other.
If you zoomed out, that's all it was.
Yeah.
I remember like the first time I heard of the internet, somebody showed me naked pictures of Sandra Bullock and Alicia Silverstone.
Early deep fakes.
Yeah. And I was like, where did you get this? And they were like,
those.
oh, on the internet, you could get this stuff. And I was
And they
like,
were fake.
Yeah. Well, I know Alicia Silverstone was, I guess Sandra Bullock was, but then I remember, I think there were like real ones of Alyssa Milano because she did some like movie naked. And it was like any girl who's ever been naked in the movies on the internet. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what is this thing? And that's what I thought the whole thing was. And then it became like one of my friends would go into chat rooms and just say like the most terrible thing you could possibly think of about whatever the title of the chat room was, like,
yeah. Well, I remember that then I like took a break. And then when I was in college, like Instant Messenger was how you stayed in touch with your friends. And then someone told me that HBO had like a website or like chat rooms about Sopranos and it had just started. And I was like, this is so cool. And there was one titled Meadow. And I remember I went on it and they were talking such shit about me. I was like, I'm
in the Meadow chat room.
I'm a fragile bird. I can't. Yes, they were so fucking mean about me.
Dude, where
I didn't go on the internet for a long time after that because I assumed like I was always just going to see terrible things about myself. And I still to this day will never Google myself. I can't handle it.
That's a mistake.
I can't handle it.
I never Googled myself. And until this show started, like there would be times where we needed like a picture or like we needed something in that. So I would Google like Robert Eiler and like something else. But I don't know if I've ever seen what happens when you just Google my name. And don't do it, Cass. I don't want to know.
I'm not going to do it. I know a better podcast partner would be Googling it right now.
You're right.
Not me.
I thought that's what you were going to do.
Too tired.
Or eventually
Not
when we hit the
interested.
big time, we'll have like a producer in a little booth that'll just be sending it to us.
Can you imagine
It'll
being one
be-
of those pods?
At the rate we're at, it'll be Jack.
Yeah, I feel like we could get away with Jack. You know?
Yeah. We're like, Jack, could you bring that up? And we just cut to him like staring into space.
He's like crashing his like dump truck garbage thing into like a computer.
Like, thanks, Jack.
Oh my
His
God.
baka.
You know what I just got him? Do you remember those toys from when we were little? The little like dish you would sit on and turn the wheel and it would just spin you around?
Sit and spin or some shit?
Yeah. Obsessed.
Yeah.
And then he gets off and he's like, "Whoa," like he pretends he's dizzy.
He might be really dizzy.
Dude, you broke that kid, man.
Yeah.
Fucking broken.
He's just spinning in circles now.
You got into his programming and you just like,
I swear to God, I watched it happen. I like literally saw like his eyes go and he was like a different person. I need it.
There's a photo of Bo on your Instagram. You're gonna have to send it to Gabby so we could throw it up. But it was when they decided to dress themselves, and Bo, I gotta show you.
I don't think I've ever gotten more DM responses to that photo.
Yo, dude,
they're like,
is smoldering.
You know who wrote me, who I'm like obsessed with, who I didn't know followed me, was Adam Devine. Commented on that, and I was like, just so you know,
so funny.
He might be part your kid because Cutter and I kind of fell in love over Workaholics and like our love of that show. And he wrote back, he's like, it is a show for lovers. I was like, it is. But yeah, I got so many fucking DMs over that picture of Bo.
Yo, what's going through Bo's head when he's posing and straight up just given like the blue steel or whatever, the Zoolander.
And the tuck-in. He's got so many people are like, the tuck. He's got a tuck every shirt he has inside.
And his elbow's like cropped up on like a fence or some shit.
What if Bo's like wants to start modeling? What do you do?
You know what? I had an audition the other day for a scene between a mom and her son, and he read it with me to practice, and he was fucking good.
Yeah.
He was so good.
I've seen he's going to be I think he's already a great actor. I've seen that kid turn like just on a dime, go from like happy to sad to like excited to like maybe not as much angry, but like,
No.
I think he can work on that. He's like has access to all this stuff instantly, where Jack is just kind of like one note, like, bang it. Bo is like, he's like an eel with how he's like slithers around.
He's got it all.
Yeah, he does.
He's like half geek, half swag, but he could go back and forth. And I try to tell him all the time because he'll get insecure about certain aspects about himself. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand. You're the total package. You can do anything you want. You're cool, but you're nerdy. You're smart.
That's like if we were one guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Sure.
What does sure mean?
Has there ever been an actor / baseball player? Like that's like a actor / hockey thug. There's never been. I feel like are there ever any like athletes / actor? I mean, don't count like Space Jam and shit.
I was just gonna say. Well, LeBron was great in Knocked Up. Well, not Knocked Up. What was it? Amy Schumer.
Yeah,
Amy Schumer
yeah. He was train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw used to kill it in those Supercuts commercials.
Yeah. Terry Bradshaw is solid.
Subway sandwiches.
I mean, The Rock was kind of an athlete as a wrestler, but I guess they're more actor than anything too, wrestlers.
I'll tell you this right now. Dave Bautista is the best wrestler to actor.
Yeah.
He is like the only former wrestler who I would consider to be like a legitimate actor.
Not Rock?
Who can do it. The Rock is fine. The Rock is very like down the middle, can raise his eyebrow, do the like big thing. But Dave Bautista, like he internalizes. He's like, there's something he's doing, man. Him and
I haven't
like
really watched
5 minutes
work,
in Blade Runner crushes it.
You saw Guardians of the Galaxy, right? He's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. But he's
tiny
so like
glasses acting. No one acts with tiny glasses better than this guy.
We were talking about who should play who in movies. Like if we had people play us in like and I thought of a good one for you. I think Morgan Freeman would be good for you.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman.
For me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just get that vibe.
You get a 70-year-old black man vibe from me?
Yeah, especially in the morning. Maybe it's a morning.
I think Riz Ahmed would kill it as Kassam.
Riz Ahmed, or the guy who's in Sweet Tooth.
He'd bring me some serious edge. Riz Ahmed.
The guy who's in Sweet Tooth who looks just like you.
Jeopard?
Is that his name?
Oh.
No.
Well, that looks just like me.
Wait.
The doctor Singh or whatever his name, or VJ?
Yeah, Kassam, Dr. Kassam. He looks
I don't like that comparison.
Why?
Who should play me?
Who did we say for Jamie-Lynn? Well, we said a young Alyssa Milano, maybe?
We said Alyssa Milano.
Or just Alyssa. I'm looking for this I'm looking for this photo. I have to send you, Jamie, because
well, there goes our chance of you being on her pod. Okay, sorry, Alyssa.
Nothing against her. I mean,
yeah.
be more exciting. Think of something else. You know what I mean? That's all.
There's a photo I'm going to send you right now of Simon Cowell that I've been sending to Christina P like every day because it bothers me so much. And I was like, not going to talk about it here, but I'm like, I can't hold it in anymore. It's driving me nuts.
Hey guys, wouldn't it be great if there was a pocket-sized guide that helped you sleep, focus, act, and be better? There is, but Rob can't be everywhere. So now you can have Headspace.
I did not expect that. That's true.
That was an improv, guys.
Wow.
Headspace is the app that I actually started meditation with, and it really helped me out. And now I'm like over 1,000 days strong. I
1,000 days. Wow.
Love meditating. It's
you told me about this app before anyone I know.
Yep, me too. Me too.
I was early onto this, and I still it's great, man. They give you, because the reason I was struggling to start meditation was because I would just forget. Like, it wasn't like I'm like, oh, I don't have 10 minutes. Obviously, we all know I have 10 minutes, but it was that I would just forget to do it. And it's like, oh shit, I haven't done it in 3 days or this. And this would just give you a reminder, like a friendly little nudge every day, and be like, hey, it's time to meditate.
And they even have, 3-minute ones. Like if you're feeling overwhelmed for a minute, you just do 3-minute. You can do ones to help fall asleep. And from parents, I can tell you, they have the morning meditations that you can do with your kids. It's really nice. Actually, every once in a while, Bo will do it. And it's just, it's a really important skill that I wish I found earlier in my life, because it's so helpful. And
this is the easiest way to get into it. And by the way, his voice is, I don't know what this guy eats or what it is smooth as butter. It is
fish and chips.
It's in a cadence that is, keeps you listening. And, he's like the voice of meditation.
That's right.
Which I like.
And it makes it easy for you to build this life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime, anywhere, which I think is the most important. We all have excuses, but it's literally in your hands. You've got your phone with you all the time, and you deserve to feel happier. And Headspace is meditation made simple. So go to headspace.com/pajama for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. Yeah.
This is the best deal. Yeah. This is the best deal offered right now. Go to headspace.com/pajama.
1 month free. Take it.
Support people that support the show.
Oh, Christina P just texted me. What a random.
Did she tell you I went to her house?
Her puss was burning.
Yeah.
Jack.
Oh yeah. We got to hear about that.
Jack took a shit in her bathroom.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. So look at Simon Cowell.
Is he that tiny?
First of all, when you're
no, dude.
I'm obsessed.
Those shoes are photoshopped. There's no way.
This is not real. This is altered.
Gabby's gonna put it up.
He is not 5'2".
I've been saying this to Christina P nonstop because she hates when people wear shorts. And this guy's on national TV on like a huge show, and he's wearing fucking shorts, staying next to Heidi Klum, who's in like
I think this is
runway.
Photoshopped.
No, Jamie, I was watching the show. I'm gonna send you. I have 75 screenshots right here. Hold on.
What is on the floor in front of them?
Very weird. It's like
angle. Look at this. Hold on, Jamie-Lynn. Oh, this is like old fucking people holding stuff up.
Wait, why is there like blocks to get to them? Is it like so people will trip and fall if they tried to get close to them?
The second one?
Yeah, it's like a magic trick they were doing.
Let me see this.
Oh.
This looks like someone wearing a mask of Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Like he looks like the sugar water guy from Men in Black.
You know what he looks like? He looks like when Ricky Gervais is playing an R word.
Jeez, man. What is this, dude? He's got the worst sense of style. But the problem is that's
He's
fine.
So rich.
No, that's fine. He just acts like he has the greatest sense of style.
Oh, he's such a fucking bullshit dude. Like it bothers me so much. It's unreal.
Bullshit.
Look at the face. You know why? Because there was a thing that came out about him, right? About what we have to say allegedly. That
Be fair.
And I think we might have talked about this already, but it drives me nuts. Every time America's Got Talent comes back around, he was with a friend and the friend's wife on their boat
And was fucking the wife.
And got her pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you do it? Like,
That's
what's more
actually
intimate
pretty
than somebody letting you on their boat? Like, they were sailing the Mediterranean.
Oh, it was the other person's boat?
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, hello, mate." Like,
Not a very nice guest.
You shouldn't do shit like that where you just have no escape. You know what I mean? Like,
he didn't want it. It was the only time he could fight. He waited for that guy to go to sleep and just like bang his. Oh my God, what a piece of shit! And you know what I hate about him is like his whole shtick was like, "Oh, yo, bloody shit!" Like, like telling people like, like you suck. Like, you're awful. Meanwhile,
remember that fucking American Idol episode where he said.
Oh,
you're bloody shit, Mike.
I think he might have said that to Carrie Underwood one time.
Yeah, exactly. Kelly Clarkson, bloody shit.
Yeah.
That's what he said. So, and that was his whole shtick. And now he does this fake bullshit where like anybody who comes on the show who's like, "Oh, I had cancer." He's like, he like puts his hands on the desk and he's like, oh my God. Like I can't believe you're so brave for being here. And then it's like, dude, what this all of a sudden, like after you fucked somebody's wife and it came out in the public eye, now you're this like sweetheart and like,
so you don't like.
Well, he had a kid with her. He had a kid with her, so maybe that softened him.
Oh, please. Do you see that
I
picture?
love you. Jamie, you
see that picture? He's fucking evil. What are you trying to be on fucking ABC, Jamie-Lynn? Is that?
Yeah, I was.
I know. That's right. Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell does not fucking control me.
Well, what was Christina P's house like? What was that?
Oh, so nice. I brought Jack.
We got a lot of mommy jeans in the house.
Yes, she's on her little scooter.
Yeah.
Jack played with her kids. Tumble. They caught a frog. He was not into it. Jack was not into it though. But her kid literally was like holding the frog on his head, watching television. I'm like, she's like, this shit wouldn't have happened in California. I know. She was so sweet. As soon as we got there, she's like, "What do you want to drink?" Rob said you don't drink, but he said sometimes champagne and kombucha. And she had both for me, like the ultimate hostess.
That's very
so
sweet.
We popped some champagne, we drank a little bit, we hung out, made some lunch. And then she gave me a tour of her room. She gave me a dress, which was like, she's like, "Take this dress. I won't wear this." Yeah. And then we turned around and Jack was like,
people with money fucking slap. That's rad.
And then we turned around. Jack was in her bathroom. And he's like, I got to poop. She's like, "Go." And he'd never been on like a nice toilet that like heated
did he have
and flushed. She had
Toto?
the whole jam. Well, I didn't know the brand, but she had the whole jam. And he was like, thought he was on a spaceship. You know what I mean? He was real into it, but he was upset that it flushed for him and it didn't give him the opportunity. Because I looked at her, I'm like, "I can take him out." She's like, "No, he can go right there." Like, all right.
Wow.
I just find myself always jealous of Jack when we're doing this pod. Right now.
Jack seems that he's eating ice cream every
He's living the fucking life, man.
Yeah. What a stud.
He really knows how to work it.
When you when you have like favorite songs and shit and you're like, "Oh, I'm obsessed with this song," are you somebody who like looks it up and knows the lyrics and knows all the shit, or are you just because like Pearl Jam has some of my favorite songs for 20 years and still I'm like,
nobody knows the words.
Nobody knows the words to Pearl Jam.
Right, but some people like will look it up and like I've seen them in concert like a bunch of times and sometimes I'm just screaming nonsense, like like I don't even.
I think he is too.
Right, I think he is too.
I think, but you know the words to Journey songs because we can hear them.
Of course, yeah, but it's just weird how much, I guess it's weird because how much I feel like I'm relating to the Pearl Jam song. And I'm like, what is he talking about? And you don't even know what he's
saying.
Yeah.
That's why they're so brilliant.
You vibe into the music. Yeah.
Exactly. But there's some people who aren't like this. Like they feel the need to look it up and not only know the words, but know the meaning.
Oh, they go like, it's like that lyric in that song that says like, "Every day shall be a new brighter day."
Right.
You're like, huh? They said that in that song?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was just the part where I just like start bopping my head a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm not a detail guy. I just like to feel it. You know me, dude. I'm a rhythm guy. I like to fucking move and shake. I was just talking with somebody recently about how I haven't danced since I got sober. Like I haven't danced
Oh no. Let's get you on the dance floor.
I just don't, I haven't just been struck, with like, have you danced? Have you fucking danced?
I've danced, but it's not my old dancing used to be like when Eminem would fucking free and he's like, you better lose yourself in the moment, you better never let it go. Like I'm there. I'm losing myself in the moment. Like I'm fucking
You're at the shelter, dude.
Rob really knew how to dance on the dance floor.
Are you getting choked up about how I used to dance? I don't dance anymore.
I miss it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I would love the three of us to go to a fucking club one time. Do you think it's possible for you to be in one, Rob?
Only if it's like in your house and Jack is DJ. Like if you turn that pool house into like a club, but if we had to go to a real fucking, like I would make it 5 feet in and be like, we got to go, right? And you'd be like,
really?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. I could still get down. If you put some old like Gold Digger and like, some old school like Kanye and like from back in my heyday.
I think it could be possible. I think because I was just at that gay bar in West Hollywood and like I had that very same feeling. It's like going in the ocean. It's like very cold. You don't want it's like sand. It's very cold. But once you get in and you just hang in there for like 10 minutes, starts to warm up, you're like, hey, this is so bad. And you start like maybe you start popping your head a little bit. It gets easier,
Right. But back when we used to drink, there was none of that. It was like I would be standing outside just as happy as I was inside just because I could hear the music from outside.
Yeah.
Like I would dance to no music. Like
you at an Eminem concert is like the new goal for me.
I've
fucking love to see you do that.
I've had dance parties in cabs on the way to a club that were better than the club. Like it was just, it didn't matter where you were. Like when I've talked about this, I think, but when I used to drink a lot, people would be like, how come you never travel? Why don't you like to travel? I go to the bar on the corner and I'm wherever I want to be. Like I'm sitting at this disgusting, sticky, smelly bar. And to me, like, sure, are we in the Caribbean? Yeah, I don't know. Am I in Fiji? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm drunk. Like,
what's your dream vacation? What would be like the ultimate, like you have endless funds. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I want to go to Austin, but no millipedes.
Done. They're gone. They haven't come back in a long time.
But if that windstorm came with a little bit of rain, you never know what's coming.
I just want to experience a wet windstorm.
They happen to.
I mean, listen, you always see those fucking. You smelled something?
No, I've just got my like morning. Like I'm stuffed up.
Nice.
And I'm trying not to
clear.
Yeah. I'm trying to like point the mic away.
That's when you got that good mic.
I'm just not at my best right now in the morning.
When you think, for me, when I think about vacations, I always see that dream thing as like the hut on the water where like you open your eyes and you just jump right
that
into
blue water, that turquoise water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Like the Maldives?
Yeah. It's like Bali, Maldives,
Seychelles.
Yeah, dude.
Sure.
I would love to go there. I just don't want, the problem is that you can't see the mosquitoes in the ants. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to a mosquito country. That's what I like about Hawaii is that it's just warm. You can wear a shirt.
There's no bug bites in Hawaii?
Barely any mosquitoes from my experience. Anywhere that has water is going to have a little bit of something, but like, not like Indonesia where they fucking, whether the president is a mosquito. What was that mosquito bartender or what? The DJ?
Yeah, Gabby.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gabby.
Shout out Gabs.
All right. What's your vacay, Cass?
I would, I was just thinking about how great it would be to go to fucking Japan and get into one of those, like, those places you stay where the walls are like paper and the sliding doors.
My friends went to, they said, shit, it's terrible.
But like, I want one that looks at like Mount Fuji and I want to hand feed a deer out the window, sit down cross-legged, eat some shit with like sticks and like get into a hot bath, look at Mount Fuji, be the tallest guy in the town,
The town.
Yeah. What are they called? Villages?
Have the whole country.
Yeah.
You're fucking 6'1", babe.
But if I'm looking straight up relax, I'll go to Hawaii anytime, and then just like get a like beachfront thing and walk out and just not have anything to do. Like if me and Rob did what we did in San Diego, but in Hawaii, that could be what I could do for the rest of my life. Watch reality TV with Rob. And then if Jamie was there, that would be the only way it could be better.
Right.
What's yours, Jamie-Lynn?
Well, mine's real bougie, guys. I want to be in a yacht.
Here's Paris.
Oh shit!
I want a
You
yacht
thought about this
in the Mediterranean.
With
I want
Simon
to pop
Cowell?
around. No, Simon. Well, what would be the fucking ultimate would be our Sunday football crew, but on the yacht. So us, Cutter, the kids, and a babysitter, or my dad, who's like the ultimate babysitter.
Yeah.
And we just pop around. We go to Monaco and we go to Sardinia and we go to Saint-Tropez. And I want to just like jump in the Mediterranean. Weekend. Yeah, exactly. And I want to like jump in the ocean. I want to sit on the boat. Like anytime I see any pictures of people on yachts, I'm such a boat slut. I'll do anything for a boat. Anytime I see pictures of people in Europe on a boat, I'm like, that's the only time I ever wish I was like really fucking rich.
Yeah, that's a great one. You know, I think about the talented Mr. Ripley and like, besides all the shit that happens in that movie, I'm like, that looks dope.
Right?
Yeah. Just like walk down to the corner, sit on some like very tiny chair and have
eat
like
some
a
gelato
baguette and cheese. And
and you never gain weight because there's like no preservatives in their shit.
Yeah, it's all
you can eat all the
oil.
bread, all the butter, all the pasta. Your body processes it beautifully because it's real food.
Yeah,
and
everyone's nipples are out.
Everyone.
No one gives
oh my
shit.
God, I did when I turned 30. Me and my best friend at the time went to Spain, and we went to Barcelona, Ibiza, and
Barcelona,
Ibiza, and Mallorca. And when we were in Mallorca, we were in this cute little like castle looking hotel. And when we went to the beach, I was like, I'm going to go topless. I just like really wanted to. And I felt so uncomfortable, but I committed like the whole 4 hours we were at the beach. I didn't have a top on.
But isn't everyone like that?
No,
down there?
It wasn't everyone.
Oh,
there was
okay,
some, but not everyone. But I really was like
just
pushing myself. Pretty much.
Fucking
They're
boat,
like, this
boat
isn't
slut and land slut.
This isn't a topless beach. What is she?
Yeah, Jesus.
So my friend was like fully in her
Vatican.
bathing suit. She's like, Jamie, I was like, I know I feel really uncomfortable, but I've committed and I'm not putting my top back on.
Oh my God.
This is a big moment.
Oh my God. Don't look behind you.
Big moment. Yeah.
Check us out on YouTube, guys. Great episode to check out on YouTube.
I know he didn't cook that for
Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
look what he brought me, Rob.
Hell yeah, those.
A jar of green
live?
juice.
They're up right now?
What?
Is this live?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
there's
awake.
no reason we should
They're
be.
awake. I know.
I'm
Rob
always
wanted
like,
it in the morning.
I love it.
He's real. He went to
Look,
Home Depot.
he looks
Did you buy a
jacked.
vacuum?
Tell him he looks jacked.
They say you look jacked.
Tell me, looks
Jack.
jacked.
He hasn't worked out since 2017, 16. It's true.
You just
I
have
can
good
confirm that.
genes.
He's got good genes.
You know what I was thinking? Since Lenny Dykstra was nails, we should call Jack Thumbtack.
You know what I got to get some more of for my house, you guys?
What's that, Amy Lee?
Are those Attitude sheets.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everyone
baby.
asks me about them because not only are they so soft, but like you don't get all sweaty in them as well, which is really important. And also, unlike cotton, because it's not cotton, which consumes massive amounts of water, energy, and chemicals and other resources during production, the organic bamboo, just like Rob's underwear, is one of the most eco-friendly and fastest growing plants on Earth.
Yeah, I switched to these during the summer because my regular sheets are kind of warm. And if you're a person who sleeps hot like me, these do a wonderful job of cooling you down. You know that move when you're in the middle of the night and then you're like, you've been in your spot for a while and then you just like reach a leg over to the cool part side of the bed and it just completely cools your whole body down. It's a whole other thing with this.
That's
They're
right.
smooth. You slip around in there. You feel kind of sexier in these sheets.
They call it the vegan silk, the organic bamboo. And they not only just have bedding, they have sleepwear, bathwear, and accessories all made from the 100% organic bamboo fabric. And you can try any bedding
Try any of the beds
for 30 nights. And if you're not completely satisfied, return it for a full refund. Who does that? Ettitude does that.
Right now, you can get 20% off your order plus free shipping when you visit ettitude.com/pajama and enter the promo code pajama. Remember, that's Ettitude as in Echo Attitude. So 20% off your order, ettitude.com/pajama. Code pajama.
Yep. Support people that support the show. Now back to our show.
We call him Thumbjack.
You know, that's so funny. You just brought him up because Cutter just told me when we split and he drove Bo to baseball camp and I drove Jack to camp. And he called me on the way back because Bo wants to wear one of his jerseys that has his name on it. And he was like, hey, Bo, I think I need to tell you about my dad because we've never talked about him.
Whoa.
Because he was I think he realized like maybe with the last name on there, like they might ask him, are you related to Lenny? And he has no idea.
Yeah. For those listening, if you don't know who Lenny Dykstra is, hit pause the podcast and do a quick wiki on it.
Yeah. Imagine Cutter's like, you know, when we thought the craziest thing about our family was that time mommy went topless at that not topless beach.
Yeah.
Well, that's nothing compared to who your grandpa is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know your boat slut, mommy?
Nothing compared to your grandpa.
Nothing compared to Nails. But you know, he explained to him that he was a really, you know, famous baseball player and really great baseball player. And, you know, Cutter said to me, he was a really good dad to me for a long time. But, you know, sometimes I guess, you know, when people get sick in their bodies, sometimes they get sick in their minds a little bit. And, you know, my dad is just, you know, not feeling well that way. And it's just better that we don't talk to him right now. And, you know, maybe one day you'll meet him, whatever. And Bo was like really sweet and receptive. And he said at the end of it, he said, thank you so much for telling me, Dad. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. But it was a moment that Cutter and I had talked about for so long of when we were going to bring it up.
Yeah. You're prepared. Sounds like prepared for it because you sounded like you said the right thing.
For sure. But I don't think he was prepared, but I think the moment just struck him. So anyway, that was so weird you brought him up because
sometimes Bo responds like he's like 23.
100%.
It's weird. I can't imagine saying shit like that as that age, you know? He's
very empathetic, very sensitive. He takes after me.
Great actor.
He's going to be great on Project Runway one day.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
He's going to be making the clothes
or fashion designer.
Well, I mean, that tuck in, he's bringing the tuck in back from somewhere.
This is true. He's got some style.
We got some emails.
Great.
Would you guys like to hear them?
Love.
Yep.
We got some feedback from the last episode, I think. This one's from Bailey. Hey, Jamie-Lynn, Rob, Cass.
Great name, by the way.
You like Bailey?
Oof, yeah. Oh, I hope this is a girl. Some dude. I'm like, oh yeah.
I just had to reach out to say thank you. I'm halfway through this week's episode, and you have no idea how relevant this conversation is for me right now. I think you were talking about your brother passing, Jamie, last week.
Oh.
I lost a close family friend who I grew up with this past Saturday. He was very much like a little brother to me and was the same age as my biological brother, 25. It was extremely sudden and traumatic passing. Jamie, hearing you talk about the loss of your brother is so therapeutic and incredibly helpful while I navigate this grief. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, but I'm so grateful to you for sharing your experience. I first discovered Pajama Pants from YMH and have since listened to every episode and loved every minute. You guys are all amazing, and I can't thank you enough for all the laughs and crazy stories and awesome insight. Easily the best podcast out there. Easily worth 200 mil. Hell yeah, dude. Keep doing what you do. All the best, Bailey. Thank you, Bailey.
Thank you, Bailey. That's nice. You know what's interesting is I actually listened back to that episode yesterday while I was in the car, and I was worried that I was like rambling too much about it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry for your loss.
We got a couple emails
about
about it. I think you really touched a lot of people. This one's from Sarah. It says, hey guys, I want to let you all know that the most recent pod is probably my favorite so far. The episode literally had me in tears in the beginning, especially when Jamie was talking about the loss of her brother. I lost my father to cancer when I was 18 years old. I'm 33 now. and it still feels so fresh and still affects my everyday life. I was laughing out loud listening about your hatred of brunch and fart smelling eggs. Thank you all for the laughs and the entertainment, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Dude, eggs are nasty, dude.
Jamie, what do you think? I think you were gone for that. What do you think about Kasim's view that like eggs are they're a gross food? There's nothing sexy about them.
Unsexiest food alive.
I don't know.
Why do you need food to be sexy sometimes?
Just stinks, dude.
Eggs
stink.
Taste good any time of day. You can mix them into any. You like the eggs in my fried rice.
Yeah, but that's in fried rice. Like the fried rice was carrying that dish, not the
But eggs can go in a burrito. Eggs can go in a sandwich. Eggs.
Yeah, but if I choose to have a burrito, it's like I'm putting burrito stuff in it.
You know but the egg is what like carries it all.
Sorry, I'm not on board with eggs.
I disagree with Nods. I used to jerk off to that. This is your brain on drugs commercial when they would put the 2 eggs in the pan and they were sizzling. That shit. How do you say? I
feel like they need to bring that whole thing back. You know, with the opioid crisis being at an all-time high.
Yeah,
there needs to be a modern version of that.
That commercial really stuck with you.
Go ahead. Yeah. Or when the person was like taking a bat to the kitchen and like destroying it. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other recent-ish one is like the marijuana one where the chick is just deflated on the couch.
But that's like my goal every night. I want to like, yes, that's exactly what I want to do.
That commercial makes Jamie horny.
Yeah. I want to look like a piece of laundry on my couch by the end of the night for sure.
Yeah. I've seen Jamie look like that pretty close.
Yeah. Right.
And just like every 30 minutes look up smiling and she's like, mm-hmm. Like, or did we Postmates ice cream? Yes, Jamie-Lynn, we did. It's coming.
Remember how we got that email from a guy named Phil who was had some opinions.
Oh, is he back?
This is
Philip?
a different Philip.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
this is a different Phil. He says, "Hello, day one watcher. Big fan, gets me through an hour of my day every Tuesday at work. As the other Philip thought it was ideal to give his demands on how you run the podcast, here are mine." 1, shout out to the Phillips who don't give demands. Yes, this excludes me now. 2, spends hours reading other Phillips pamphlets on proper marriage discussion points. This can be a special weekly episode as he seems wordy, quote unquote.
No.
And 3, keep doing the show as you have, since it's been great to get to know you all more than just on a TV, movie, or YouTube personality. I'll be watching to see what other Philip has in store for future topics not to discuss.
And he actually changed his name to Phil because of Philip. He said, I'm now going as Phil. That's what he says here.
Yeah. Phil with 2 L's.
Man. I like it.
Thank you, Phil with 2 L's.
See, we have these voice notes, but we can't play them because Jamie can't hear them. Is that what goes on?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have the technology. This is why we need Jack in the booth.
Jack, play that voice note for mommy, please.
Yeah, man. This one is from Kenna from Texas. Hi, everyone. Sorry, this email is going to be a bit all over the place. First off, I absolutely adore you all on the podcast and The Sopranos. I was also delighted to hear that Cass was a previous resident of Thousand Oaks, Newbury Park. Me too. Cool. Shout out 805. Anyway, my boyfriend and I are thinking about taking a trip to New York, and I was wondering if you guys had any suggestions of anything we must do that isn't all super touristy bullshit. Any restaurant suggestions, places to steer clear of? Also for Rob, said boyfriend and I have been watching the shit out of Top Dog lately, Russian bare knuckle boxing, and they're sponsored by a betting website. So I thought, why not suggest it? Love you guys. All the best. Kenneth from Texas. P.S. Yay, Jamie. We're kind of neighbors. Do you know what she's talking about?
I watched this show at Top Dog. I thought Top Dog was Tom Segura's dad, but Russian bare knuckle boxing. She's just watching bare knuckle boxing, and she thought she should tell me about it. I might like it, I think. But
that sounds dangerous.
To ask me what to do, do's and don'ts of New York. Oh, that's my bread and butter. I could fucking go. I could do a whole pod on that. But
let's do it.
There's a place called Fort Charles Prime Rib. You should go there. Fucking, it's just incredible. Places to stay clear of. I can't tell you places to stay clear of because it's places that like I would sound like a curmudgeon because it's places that people want to go when they visit New York. You know, Times Square, garbage.
Yeah.
Like,
go to the High Line. Go to the High Line. That's really cool.
Yeah, Yeah,
fun
it's a nice
places to
walk.
shop. Yeah. I like Battery Park, the marina over there, especially in the summer. Go to PJ Clark's, get a burger over there.
Yeah, go to Bleecker Street and go to like Joe's Pizza, John's Pizza, and just get a little bit from each one. Try it out, have a good time.
I'd say check out that Olive Garden at Times Square for sure. Something to do.
You know, this is actually a fucking great thing because here's I've talked about before, like having thinking I have good ideas for some documentaries. I would want to see a documentary on all the people who are waiting in line at Sbarro's in New York City.
I fucking love Sbarro.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Or Sbarro's?
I've been calling it Sbarro's.
I love Sbarro.
You love it.
I have not had it in so long. I'm so sad right now.
You've never said anything that made me feel the way I feel about you right now. I cannot.
Oh, so it's not just shitty pizza.
It's the worst.
Oh, okay.
I
thought you were about to agree with her.
Not only is Sbarro's the worst
fucking
pizza,
love it.
It's more expensive.
Yeah, let's dig into this.
Listen, here's the deal.
Sweet sauce.
I got to tell you something. I don't think you love Sbarro's. I got to say.
Well, I haven't had it in a long time.
I think.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, start backpedaling.
I think it triggers some sort of memory for you, maybe, that makes you think that you love it because. Jamie,
I would get it in the mall when I was young.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yes,
and it's the most expensive pizza in New York. I don't want to ruin it.
How expensive is it? How much is it?
You know, it's like $5 a slice.
Hey, really?
Yeah, I think before taxes.
Jamie, you're adorable.
Yeah,
be you, Jamie. Don't let this guy bully you in this.
I love Pizza Hut too. I love Pizza Hut.
Yeah, especially if they want to sponsor the pod. We love pizza.
The first commercial I ever did was Pizza Hut, so I'm on board. Shout out to Pizza Hut. I'm down for that.
It's the best pan pizza you can get.
I thought they would give
us with that
unlimited.
Sauce.
I thought they'd be like, oh, eat as much pizza as you want. Not the case. Maybe just they saw my fat ass and they were like, oh, we normally we give as much as you want.
Turn off the ovens.
Yeah, we need to put it in this guy's contract. You know, the best. We'll go back to Sbarro's, but the best birthday party I ever went to in my life was we were like 10 years old and it was like at a pizza place and they shut it down and it was like make your own pizza and every kid got to make his own pizza.
That's
and
fun.
I was like, and while so all the kids made their own pizza, we put it in the oven and then it was like, oh, while the adults like get it out of the oven and stuff, there's like a clown or something. And I'm like, you guys fucking think I'm going to go in the other room and like leave my pizza? Like I'm staying out and I was like the only kid who wouldn't go in the other room and watch the clown or whatever the fuck it was.
Because you wanted to watch yours to make sure
I just wanted to like, I was like, this is the most, I was like, I think part of me thought like, what if they don't give us pizza? They like make us go in the other room and this is over. Like I was just a fat, real fat.
We got to cut this out, send it to Pizza Hut. I mean, you guys got yourselves a real fan here.
And listen, there's part of my personality sometimes I hate. And me telling Jamie who she really is one of those things. But I can't help it, Jamie, because I can't believe I can't go to sleep tonight early thinking you like Sbarro's.
I used to love their pasta marinara too. Loved it.
I mean, if you were 8, that's okay, you know, but like Jamie.
Great fountain Coke. Great fountain Coke.
You know, the day that you stopped liking Sbarro's is the day that you got Sopranos because you became an honorary Italian and you can't do that. But like, okay, here's the deal for me, right?
I'm just not a food snob. You know, I like, I'm fine with it.
You make great food.
But here's the deal. You're eating the most expensive pizza in New York. So you kind of are a food snob.
Yeah, that clearly.
It's disgusting. You have to go and look up, like go to Yelp and look at Sbarro's in New York. It is so disgusting. By the way, an Italian person has not stepped foot behind a counter in a Sbarro's maybe since it started. Like
I want to know, are you Italian and do you like Sbarro?
Oh, there's going to be no emails next week.
I have a suggestion for a place.
Are you Italian and you hate Sbarro's? Send an email. Ask Pajama Pants.
askpajamapants@gmail.com.
What's your suggestion, Cass?
The place that I make sure to visit every time I'm in New York is Cafe Mogador. It's I think on St. James and something near.
This isn't the place you got food poisoning, isn't it?
No. Where did I get food poisoning? Oh no.
You remember that?
No. I didn't get food poisoning. I think I just got diarrhea.
we were at the dinner, me, Cass, Joey, and the girl that Cass was seeing at the time. And it was I think Yuri was there.
Yeah.
And
snapping pictures, snapping away.
Yeah. I remember the flashes in my face. That's all I remember from the whole dinner.
Love it.
Diarrhea and flashes in my face.
Never stop capturing moments, Yuri.
And the girl wù Cass was dating was like really sweet. Everything totally normal about her, super cool. And all of a sudden we're sitting at dinner and like halfway through, she's like, I gotta go. Like outside. She just gets up and goes outside.
After a couple vegan Caesars.
Yeah. And we're like, and no, but there was like pork something. There was like pork fat soup, you know? We're sitting there eating, and she like goes outside. So like we're kind of like, okay, whatever. She needed who knows what she's doing. Yeah, maybe she's a smoker all of a sudden. And then like 5 minutes goes by, and probably Yuri was like, you might want to go check on her, right? While we're like huh?
Check on who?
And we fucking he goes outside, and then he like comes back in and has to subtly say like, yeah, she's not feeling to, and like right as she said that, like either Yuri or Joey started kind of like rubbing their stomach, and they're like, I don't know, like something's going on. By the way, cut to Rob. Rob's eating more now, you know, because like no, everyone else stopped eating, and I'm just like, no. I ate for like another 30 minutes. I was like, this is the best shit. I love it. All 4 of them got sick. Rob, fine. Like, I went home. I was like, yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. They were all like,
it's still the best vegan.
What did she do outside? Did she vomit? Did she go poo poo? What happened?
Probably farting.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest, but I think
farting.
She was probably just passing a lot of gas.
Yeah.
Cafe Mogador is like it's like Moroccan food, and they have like these really great tagines, I think they're called, and every single thing you order off that goddamn menu is just delicious. So highly recommend. It's a really nice, quaint, small, intimate restaurant.
I got a good one that you're going to agree with too, I think. You go to this place called Brodo.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like there's like a brick wall and like a little window, and you get a bone broth, and they give it to you in like a coffee cup. And then you take the coffee cup and you walk around New York City like you're drinking a coffee, but it's bone broth, and it's just a great fucking experience. Maybe if you're going in the summer, it's not as great.
That's so funny. I went there in the summer.
Yeah.
It was like 95 degrees, and I'm like, I gotta get a Brodo.
Yeah,
I gotta get a bone broth from Brodo.
Where is it at?
There's like a couple locations.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But the brick wall one is like around 12th Street and First Avenue or something, Lower East Side somewhere.
It's so hot, but I want that soup so bad.
It's so fucking good.
And I go there and I get the big old, I got the biggest one I could get. I'm walking, I stumble or trip. The lid pops off, scalding hot bone broth spills all over my hand on the hottest day. I just don't know why I decided to have a hot boiling bone broth, but it just spilled all over. I ended up getting like, you know, I got a serious burn, not like super serious, but my whole hand was like red. And Claire, who I was dating at the time, was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? I'm like trying to be very cool about it. Cause I also feel stupid ordering a bone broth to 95 degree heat. I'm like, no, it's fine. Meanwhile, my arm's turning redder and redder, and it's getting worse. And the pain, you know, with like burns, it hurts later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, you are Kramer, aren't you?
Yeah. Brodo's a great suggest. Love that place.
And then they have different flavors where it's like bacon, egg, and cheese. And I know you don't like the eggs, but like they'll make like a bacon, egg, and cheese bone broth, or like, you know, all different kinds. They're just
the way to go. If you do the bone broth, make sure you're squirting a ton of lemon in there. Get some salt, put some parsley in that
sea salt.
Yeah.
Jamie-Lynn, you know what I wanted to ask you? You said that you wrote your brother's eulogy.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know, like, what is that process like? Like, how do you even go from like deciding that you have to do it, writing it, the whole thing?
I would say shortly after he passed, maybe a day, then, you know, it's crazy. Then you got to start getting into like logistics of planning someone's funeral. Like you're thrown into like party planning or planning. And my dad handled most of that. And my brother and I were kind of at a meeting with him and our rabbi. And he looked at the table and he said, would any of you like to speak? And my brother and I both said that we did. And then my brother's fiance at the time's father also wanted to speak, which was really beautiful. And then I actually, like anything else, whenever I sit down to write, it just pours out of me, and I wrote it real fast. Like I don't, even with text messages, I don't second guess. Like Cutter will look at a text for 20 minutes before he sends it. And I'm just like from the gut, from the heart, and it's out. So I wrote it really, really fast. And I remember actually feeling like a little bad, or, that was it not okay that I didn't spend more time on it? And I had actually done a session with Teresa, the Long Island medium, like months later. And one of the things that made me a believer was she said to me, she goes, Adam wants to thank you for what you said at his funeral. And he was like, and she wrote it so fast, and it was funny, and it was pure, and it was straight from her heart. And I just started bawling because I'm like, yeah, I did. I wrote it in like 5, like, how the fuck would she know that? And how would she know it was funny? Like, I wanted to capture like the essence of my brother in my eulogy, you know what I mean? And because that's Adam made every uncomfortable moment funny. Like I remember one time this kid was stalking me and like calling and like telling me what I was wearing. And turns out he was like watching me from my backyard. This was pre-Sopranos, anything. And the only person home was my brother, Adam. I'm like, Adam, like, help me. I'm scared. This guy's calling me. And like, Adam got on the phone, started talking dirty, like right back to him. Like Adam just made a joke out of everything. So I really wanted to make sure the eulogy was like that. So for me, it was, and then it always is like a very cathartic thing, but that was the only time that I kind of felt second guessed myself of maybe I should have spent more time, but clearly I didn't have to, because for me, like writing, like just pours out of me.
Wow. So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing. But the fact that Cutter spends 20 minutes looking at a text message before he sends it,
Dude.
I don't think I've ever second guessed a text in my life.
Bro,
Jamie, what do you think of this?
It's so annoying. Like, he'll be like, is this good? And I'm like, yeah. And like 10 minutes later, he'll come back and he's like, so I should send it? I'm like, you haven't sent it? Like, bro, go. I mean, and obviously these are like more important ones, like, if, in work or whatever. And yeah, him and I are real different like that.
Do you think he was that way when you guys first started dating? Like,
yeah.
Worried about like, oh, should I say this to Jamie? Like, what should
he told me what, because we started dating like right before or after Valentine's Day. And like, he had written me Happy Valentine's Day. And for whatever reason, I didn't get it. And I didn't respond, which was like kind of a G move, but like, I didn't mean to do it. Mm-hmm. And he told me he was fucking,
Jamie-Lynn.
He was so upset for like a full day until I actually I went to go text him and then saw he had texted, because he's like, you have no idea how long it took me to just write like, oh, hey, and by the way, like Happy Valentine's Day. Cause we had been talking already. He's like, I sat with that text for like 3 hours. And then my buddy was like, just send it. And then you didn't respond. I was like, oh shit, that had to have been so hard. So
what are you doing, Cass?
I'm pulling up our last video.
What do you look for? What?
Well, remember how I gave you that comic book?
Oh God, Cass was finally doing some work, and it's just to throw me under the fucking bus.
Yeah.
Of course, what a shock.
Well, I'm just saying, we want to get some of the people's thoughts on what happened
the first time we read a comment from YouTube, it's fucking championing Cassim G. What a shock. And Jamie's fucking pouring her heart out over here. Go ahead.
I was boring him.
I know.
I'm getting it ready.
He's like picking the cum off.
That's what Jack should be doing. This is why we need Jack in the booth.
You're getting this ready. Is that what you normally do for the pod? You get things ready, babe?
Oh, you think those emails just pop out?
When there's finally emails, you're sitting so far back in the chair and you're like, well, we have some emails. Like, should we? And then you start to get it's like,
it's okay for people to pull up emails during a podcast.
Yeah, but
the podcast,
you don't have it. You don't go, here's an email. You go, I think we have some emails, guys.
And then you go look for it.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie-Lynn.
You're saying when I read the emails on the pod, I don't have them already queued up. I have them queued up and gold starred.
No. But you're not. They're not like how this was, where it was like I'm staring at the thing you're about to. You're like, going.
Why don't you do your job and focus on the pod and let the other guy pull up something for the pod?
You're very excited. It's okay. Wait. Oh, speaking of doing my job and focusing on the pod, one of the best comments ever. It was like, "Why did Rob laugh at this?" And it was like, you saw that, and it was like at 35:02. So I'm like, or whatever it was, and I'm like, oh, what
you're always laughing. You're like laughing. If you don't know why, you just start busting up. You're laughing at me. Yeah.
I'm laughing at, like, right now he's wearing the shortest shorts of all time, and I'm just sitting here.
My morning shorts.
Just trying to.
Let me see them.
Oh, he's pulling them
like
down now.
Oh, are they like 70s style?
And he pulled them down
style?
right
well,
there.
when I'm sitting,
pull them up.
They bunch up.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jamie, it's hectic over here. But he so it said, why did Rob? Oh, you're pulling the whole thing off here, Cass. Not the shorts, the microphone system. It says, so why did Rob laugh? And I go to look at like the moment that they're talking about, and it's fucking Jamie is pouring her heart out, and she goes, the last text I ever got from my brother was can you pick me up at the train station? She's like, and I never responded. And it cuts to me, and I'm like, ha! because what happened was, I think while Jamie was talking, I was looking at the notebook to like think about what to talk about, because Jamie
and now you're we wanted to end the conversation. No, we wanted to wrap it up.
Jamie said, after I say this, we'll move on. So I was like, oh, I have to know what we'll move on to. So I look over at the notebook.
Because I was actually finally answering the question that started the whole thing, which was like, do you feel like you live your life differently after somebody died or whatever it was? And after all of that, I was finally answering your question.
Yeah. So I looked over at the side, and then like I kind of missed what Jamie said, but like I thought it was like oh yeah, like I didn't answer my brother back on this thing, and I looked up and I just like laughed a little. It was so inappropriate.
I like when you inappropriate laugh.
Oh yeah,
but it's always a lot of it's at my expense.
Absolutely.
Which is totally 100% okay.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Look, this comment is for both of us. It's not going to throw you under the bus, but it's one of the top rated comments. The last podcast we were talking about how I gave a comic to Rob and he gave it back, essentially. And No Way on our YouTube says, I can see why Kasim was offended and felt bad that Rob didn't take the gift with him and just gave it back to Kasim.
That's not true. I took it with me. I took the gift with me. I took it home for a week and I read it. Being a good friend.
And then brought it back.
Being a good friend.
It's a little rude because it's a gift he gave Rob out of platonic love. This guy really gets me.
He spelled your name with a U. Racist.
Yeah.
That's racist.
He gave the gift out of platonic love and wanted to share an interest. That said, if Rob accepted it just to make Kasim feel good, then he'll probably keep giving Rob these comic books that he'll probably loose and not take care of Kasim and would just end up feeling
that was mean.
Worse and get mad. So it's probably just best Rob be honest from the start.
No, see, here's the problem. No way. I wouldn't loose them. I'm a good friend. So it would be important to me to not loose them. And therefore I would now start collecting comic books again, like I did when I was 7. And that's not something I'm looking to do. Otherwise I would collect. I'd go with Kasim every Wednesday when they come out. Is that the day?
Today.
Yeah, they come out on Wednesdays.
And guess who can't go? Because he's got to go to work. My stupid comic book shop is only open from 12 to 6.
You want me to go for you, babe? That's what a good friend. And I won't lose.
He would do that.
Of course
I know he would.
Yeah.
I know he would. Anyways, I just thought it was funny. And I have actually been getting comments on my Instagram and Twitter about people that are like, hey, like, what was that book that you recommended? And like, do you have any other suggestions? So if you guys, I love that. I'll always.
You should do that on your other pod.
On my other pod, which is coming out soon. A big episode coming actually this week. We're talking comic books, big UFO stuff.
Big inaugural, first episode coming out.
Yeah, I'm doing a girlfriend reveal, all on the same one. Yeah,
what?
And unboxing. These are all coming up on my YouTube.
A girlfriend reveal?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
People do that.
And here's the deal.
Here's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? She's coming out of the box. He's going to open the box from Amazon. I have to
inflate her.
Yeah.
You are going to get so many hits and
here's
likes
the deal.
And views.
If this person was too on Kasim's side, which I'm sure there are a couple of comments that are like, oh my God, how could Rob not take the comic book? Those are just fucking geeks who watched Kasim's videos 10 years ago. But if you think that I should just start
Dude, look
collecting.
how ice age my eyes are. Right
Yeah, if you think I should just start collecting comic books again,
He's the
because
squirrel again. He's the Arctic squirrel.
because Chasm likes comic books. That's crazy.
now.
I'm not a hoarder. I'm out there living my life,
Bro,
man.
you can't even keep one comic book. You're the opposite of a hoarder.
Yeah, that's what I'm not trying, because I used to be a fucking hoarder. I'm trying not to hoard. It's not all about you, babe. It's about me. I can't be that person I used to be.
Yeah, man. And I don't want to enable that person.
No.
Man, do you guys like the morning version of this podcast, or can we do this at a regular time? I'm asking the audience, not you guys.
Oh, okay. I was like,
But if you guys both prefer in the morning, I can.
well, let's
make it
audience. What's our energy like? What are you vibing with?
Yeah, we could just play it by ear too. Sometimes
I think they
gonna-
miss me when I'm stoned.
I'm gonna throw it out there that
Usually
I don't like morning pod. As we've seen, I've gone very ice age today. I don't feel like I barely finished I haven't even finished my first cup of coffee.
I like it. I think you had a little zing, like
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
Cutter.
I brought a little zing.
Yeah,
You
got
get
a
Cutter
little-
cameos,
Yeah, what are
He
you
brings me
drinking there, Amy? What did he bring you?
kale, spinach, cucumber, parsley, lemon.
Oh yeah.
By the way, if we talked about Cassim's song, like Spiders in My Bed and that shit, they miss me when I'm stoned. That's a great song title, Yemi Lee.
Oh.
You should
My
write a
first
fucking
single
song.
of my second album.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Shout out to, if you guys haven't heard the first album, go hit up. You can find this on iTunes and Crybaby. Shout out to Crybaby.
Oh yeah, I'm reviewing it on my next YouTube video.
That's what we got. That's what we're gonna do, Amy.
No,
Yeah, no.
please.
Let me finish. As long as you never miss another episode of this pod, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
But the next time that you have to miss a Pajama Pants, me and Cassim will review Crybaby, the
This
LP.
literally is making me want to throw up right now.
Well, that's just the stomach flu.
No, I think
I'd like
this
to record that. There's an
that
audience
makes me
for that.
so upset.
That's the green juice.
Yeah. Well, second comment is big ups to the Cassim and Rob after show. You know?
Yeah, we went for like 40 minutes after you.
Did you really?
Once Cassim admitted he went to a gay bar.
Well, maybe that should be the thing. Do you need me to bow out early and you guys do your thing?
No,
Never.
we're not. The
No
same
way.
Yeah.
It's all, everybody was like, "What are you guys crazy? Why are you shouting that out? It's terrible."
I like the comment that says Jack has been housebroken. 10 thumbs up.
Yeah, 10 thumbs
Fucking
up.
broke that stallion. That wild
Now we're gonna get him in the
stallion.
booth. We're gonna put him to work.
Yeah,
He'd fucking love it. He loves to man things. He likes
He'd
to
be
like
great.
have a job.
Yeah, we need it.
you know what would be
That's
funny
for sure.
if we showed him like in the booth and he's like pushing things that, and then we showed like cut to like with those places where they have like the giant trucks with like the cranes on them, just like breaking cars. It's like, Jack, can you pull that up? And he's pushing something,
Yeah.
and you just see a fucking crane
Just a building
smashing a car.
collapse.
His dream.
Yeah.
If you guys have emails for us, send them at askpajamapants@gmail.com. We're on Instagram at Pajama Pants Podcast. We're on Twitter. Jamie's on Twitter and Instagram, and so am I. And Rob's off the grid.
Yeah. Well,
Still. Subreddit r/Pajama Pants Podcast. And this was episode, I think, 96. We're coming up on 100.
We got to do something big for 100, guys.
No, I don't give a shit.
Well,
I do.
Yeah, we should do something. We should
Rob's
have like a
gonna
cake
eat
or-
sugar. We'll get a cake.
what?
Yeah.
Rob's gonna eat
Terrible.
sugar.
Oh, why do
I'll
you
wake
want
up in the
episode-
morning and do a pod if you
Or
eat
if
like a bowl of
anyone
ice cream.
if anyone really rich listens to this podcast, you can send us out on a boat,
Send us out on your boat.
You just
and
get
we
us-
will
And boat slut Jamie will come out, her nipples out.
topless
the whole deal.
in my PJ panties, recording
Jesus Christ.
live YouTube from a boat. I will
Jesus
do that
Christ.
for a boat.
Wow.
for
this,
one day on a boat.
This woman
No,
loves
I
to
want
be
it
on the
5
water.
days at least.
Okay,
And
wow, that's a big.
airfare has to be included because that shit's expensive now.
Jamie, if you're doing all that stuff, we'll pay for our flights. Don't worry.
I'm not.
Hold on. Well, let's
Well,
just,
they're paying
we
for
got,
mine. They
we're
gotta
getting
pay
the
for my
ticket.
flight.
Let's get the ticket. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, the boat isn't going around Lake Austin.
No, we're going to Europe. This is the deal. It's only
no.
Europe.
Oh, yeah. Is there some like sweaty Saudi prince that listens to this pod that wants to sponsor a pajama pants?
Yeah, I take back everything I
Sweaty.
said about
Sweaty.
Yeah, it's so hot there. Subscribe to our YouTube. We're coming up on 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's really cool. Yeah.
Such a big deal.
Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in every week. And we appreciate it. And we're looking forward to doing it in person soon. So, right?
Maybe you guys should come
guys?
for like Labor Day.
I'm ready. Where Chasm? You know what? I was thinking. I have a.
I'm down for weekends.
I have a wedding in like September.
What's
that
her
I have
name?
To go to. And maybe the move is like I come there because Kasim can only go for 2 days. So maybe like I'll come from the wedding and I could hang out for like 2 days. Then Kasim will come. We'll have another 2 days. We could do the pod and then I'll leave with Kasim.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because
that's what I was saying. Labor Day was because then he could get like the third day if he wanted.
Yeah, I can. I can probably swing a third day, maybe a fourth day.
That might be the weekend of the wedding. That's the only problem. But Cutter wrote me this week and he's like, "You got to come for opening day."
Oh, football. That's right. We should do our first football Sunday with you.
It's crazy. Cutter didn't text me that. He knows I'm a huge football guy.
I think Rob started the text chain because I think he was excited that you texted. He was like, "Rob texted me." I was like, "Oh, really?"
All right.
Anyway.
All right, guys. That's the episode. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
So long.